trust your crypto assets to centralized exchanges that actively sell your private information and front-run your trades? Would you like to buy and sell your assets without any middlemen, intermediaries, or robots? Do you like paying slippage, fees, and having the price go up as bots steal from you on low-liquidity decentralized exchanges? The solution is NodeMarket.io. Set your guaranteed buy or sell price. No middlemen, no slippage, no bots, ever. Buy or sell 1, 10, or even 10 million tokens, and you never have to worry. OTC trades are between you and the seller or buyer, guaranteed by audited smart contracts and no human middlemen. NodeMarket.io.
Oh wait, I gotta play the cool music. Here we go. Cool music, cool music. Oh yeah.
Oh,
Groovy stuff right there.
oh,
You know that groovy music, man?
yeah.
Yeah, man, that feels good. Oh yeah. Oh, so if we have time, hold on. Yeah. If we have time, I found Michael Saylor's 21 rules for hodling Bitcoin to 8 million a token.
Yeah, did you see that? $8 million a token, dude. 8 million. I think we should go through that, though. I want to go
I think
through
we
that.
are. And I think we're going to let
Okay.
people vote yes or no.
Yes.
Do they agree
I
with
wanna
his
go.
rules?
I read a lot of those too. I'm like, oh, I was gonna pull that up, but I'm glad you did because I didn't pull it up. I'm like, I had it, and I'm like, whatever.
So we'll look
I
at
do
these
have-
silly rules.
I do have some Michael Saylor stuff actually today, but not that one, so that's good.
And do we have any housekeeping we need to take care of?
Well, what I want to talk about today, before we go behind the wall, is a little bit about my meeting yesterday.
Oh, do tell.
So let's talk about that, just because I think it's good, and I kind of want to, not like over excite everybody or like get everybody too excited, but I was really excited after my meeting yesterday because I think that this is going to be better than I thought it was going to be. Like even better because. So yesterday I met with the Twin team. I met with CEO. I met with the blockchain developers. I met with everybody that's working on the whole team, the whole project over there, except for anybody overseeing there. Although they did mention. I won't say anything. Never mind. I'm not, because I forget that we're public facing and there's some people doing some stuff. But we met with the Twin team, and it went really well. So basically what's going to happen is we are going to be doing the launch over on Node Market. So the TG is going to happen over on Node Market. So day one, what's going to happen is we're going to be able to set up all their tokens. We're going to be able to distribute them on Node Market and stuff. And they're super excited about that because what that's going to do is that's going to start introducing their actual token into the ecosystem. And the reason that we got to do that more expeditiously than they had planned originally is because they actually have a full-on product ready to go. The Twin team is rocking and rolling. And if I share here, let me share my screen here. I'm going to get over there. Share that. Let's just pull up their site and stuff. I don't know if you guys have gone over to Twin Protocol. If you guys have gone over to their site lately or anything, but they have basically, I think they have, it's their, oh, it's not, where is it? Oh yeah, right here. Stacy Ingle, she has her twin up here and stuff. But they showed me the back end of their system and all the twins that they're working on. And there's some names of some people that you would recognize instantly, right? And these people are working with Twin to get their twins online so that their posterity can answer questions get answers from them and stuff like that. So they're filling out their data sheets and they're working on a process because right now their admins basically have to go through and help you add all your information for your twin. But they're working on a process so that you can do that by yourself, so you can upload all the documents you want and stuff. So what we talked about yesterday is a way to have certain levels of twin. And your twin, for example, let's say you want to make a twin and you want it to be public facing. So for me, for example, let's use me. I want my twin to be on Node Market and I want it to answer all the questions for you guys. But then I want my kids to be able to ask it more personal questions. And the Node Market people, I don't want them to have access to the answers to those questions. So what it will end up doing is it'll be filtered through family, public, like social media. So each level of your twin can answer certain levels of questions. So the deepest levels would probably go to my wife. She could be asking me anything, you know what I'm saying? And so she would have like the highest level of access to my twin, and she could ask any question you ever wanted. And so this database within the twin can be held there forever. And so down the line, let's say like 100 years from now, my posterity wants to come ask me some questions. It'll be loaded with like loads of information from like all my data sets that are on there. And I'm like, well, what if people don't have like a presence online or anything? They said, no problem. You know, so a lot of people write books, they have journals, they can upload their journals, which is really cool. And I'm like, well, how hard is that? And they said, dude, it's like gotten so easy, the upload process. Like, I'm like, do I have to like transcribe all my videos and stuff? They're like, no, you can just put in a link to your YouTube videos and it'll go do it. So like if you have a PDF document of like a manuscript you wrote, you can upload that. Or if you don't have any of that too, they're creating a process to where you will be asked a series of questions. And from those questions, you'll fill out enough information to like give the twin at least a good starting point. And then let's say people come and ask your twin questions. So like if it was on Node Market and I get asked questions and it doesn't have the answer for those questions, I get a list of those questions that are asked throughout the day. And if they didn't have answers, I can go fill out those answers, and just it's continually learning. So this is a continual process for your twin to learn, which is really, really cool. And not only that, but like the use cases for the twin are like more, way more prevalent than I thought they were going to be. So they have this guy that's he owns a lumber flooring company right in California, and he's doing his twin for his website to sell lumber and stuff. So we asked it a couple of questions, one being like, hey, I'm in Idaho, it's super cold here, what kind of flooring do I need? He's like, this XYZ. He told me all this stuff about this flooring, because what they did was they uploaded all the manuals for all his products. And so it's like I'm asking him, as he's a professional, but he's like kind of regurgitating information from the manuals from his products, but it's like he knows it. But then there's the use case to where if you were to want to work with advertisers and stuff, the advertiser could help pay for your twin to advertise and like disseminate information about their products, like 1 out of every 5 questions or something like that. It's like such a cool use case. I know you think it's, oh, that might be like kind of rigged, but it's not. It's like that's why the twin's there. It's to help the customer and the advertiser and whoever's using this at the end of the day be able to get the win-win-win-win. That's why, I mean, this product could be potentially one of the best use case integrations out the gate that I've seen in Web3, because all this stuff is decentralized. So basically Apple won't have access to your information ever. This is all stored like on the blockchain and stuff. So it's all locked up with that security. And so what's going to happen is you guys, when you guys want to create your twins, will take and I'm just using hypothetical numbers because they haven't nailed this down. You'll take 1,000 twin tokens, right? And you'll go stake it over at Twin Protocol. And when you stake those tokens, you'll start building your twin. And if you want to add like a ton of other features and stuff, you'll have to stake like a few more tokens and a few more tokens here and there. And it's going to like get to a point where you guys can build this mass twin. And then you'll take that. Right now, it's currently in iframe form. If you guys know what an iframe is, it's basically like a thing that you can take and you can place on your website. You can take that iframe and go place it over on your website, and you'll have your twin on your website. Or you just use their hosting. And so if somebody wants to go visit you and your twin, they can just go to twinprotocol.com/Howard or whatever it is, and they'll go, hey, let's talk with Howard today and let's see what's going on. So every time a question gets asked to the twin, they actually make money because it costs them a little bit of a fractional little bit to do that query, right? But then tokens, twin tokens actually get burnt in the process. So when you create your twins, you'll have like tokens in there and they'll kind of like slowly burn. But then you get a percent revenue too in tokens in your account. You'll get a percent revenue for every question that gets asked too. So it's like a whole ecosystem of actually earning money too and spending money. And then like it's going to generate income because you'll have your twin working for you on your website. Just the use cases are so much more vast than I thought they were going to be. So I was super excited meeting with the twin. But the most exciting takeaway, obviously, from this is we're going to be launching this over on Node Market. And we're going to be, obviously, the NFT holders are going to benefit hugely during that launch. So if you ever thought about buying an NFT, I would definitely get one before that launch. But if not, who cares? If you don't want to do that, that's fine too. But I think
Wait, are we gonna token gate it to some extent?
no, I think it's going to be public launch, public
Okay.
for everybody. Everybody's going to be able to get into that launch.
Okay, but what you're saying is obviously the NFT holders benefit because all of the fees
Oh.
generated. Yeah.
Yeah. Like that's a lot of. So we plan on doing a hefty amount of tokens through Node Market, and what we're going to do is what the strategy that we built up yesterday is we're going to be able to set the price through Node Market to where it's kind of at a floor level. So if people want to come undercut it with their little SDAO tokens that they got or whatever it is, that's fine. But they're just going to run out quickly. So we're going to basically set the price. And I think I think Twin Protocol could eventually reach easily 50 cents a dollar within the first couple of weeks because of how useful and how utilitous this is. And plus they have some really big names working behind the scenes. These guys aren't really their biggest slowdown, as it turns out. They're trying to get more DEX listings and more like big tier 1 type listings. They have a couple tier 2 ones where they're going to get that going and listed right out the gate. As soon as we launch on Node Market, they're going to wait a couple weeks and they're going to give them the liquidity and the pools over there. But they want some tier 1 ones. And so they're working on that, and it's going to be pretty rad.
Twin is going to be working with Hypercycle, but probably not in the way that you're thinking. So Twin wouldn't be a traditional business client in the same sense as like a company that's deploying AI algorithms. They would be a consumer of AI, right? Of just like a compute consumer. So on that part a little bit, but the main thing that they're trying to do, and again, this is they're building all of this. You got to understand, a lot of these companies they're still building, is to validate that your twin is yours and no one can steal it, and no one can leverage your twin except you. And so to do that, they're going to be working with Hypercycle on all sorts of things like AI watermarking and things like that, where your content is yours, your twin is yours, your vault is secured like forever. And so that kind of stuff's pretty important. And that's one of the joint ventures that Hypercycle is working on has to do with that. I can't go into that because that's actually kind of a lot of people have been NDA'd on that just because of kind of anyway. So, but securing and validating your twin is going to be an important aspect that I think that's where Hypercycle and Twin will work together. And then eventually as a compute client, I would imagine. Yeah.
Do we know how many twin tokens will be needed to create and maintain a twin? So they haven't said this exactly yet. Like I said, I don't know the exact specifics on the amount needed, but we'll get all that information out there because I'm kind of going to use it more like you, Beth. I want to upload like different tranches of information, and just like I said, they'll have the different levels to where you can basically token gate those levels to different people. So Node Market can access one set of information. My family can access a deeper set of information, and it's going to be cool. So just like you, legacy for your grandchildren, that's exactly what kind of I want to do as well. I want them to be able to communicate with me. So one of the people that has created a twin already died 8 years ago, right? And he was the helicopter pilot for Nixon, actually. And so they've uploaded like his journals and his stuff. So now his grandchildren can go talk to him and ask him about how it was being a helicopter pilot for Nixon and what it was like carrying him around, which is really cool. And so they can go talk to him like he's still alive and like, hey, Grandpa, you know it's so cool.
What about this, Brandon? What if occasionally when we do a show, we just want to have one of those celebrity twins on the show with us as a guest?
Yeah, they talked about Johnny Carson, right? Like he was up there because he's got one going. So they talked about him coming and reading the comment section, right? And reading the comment section and kind of responding to some of the questions. Hey, what are you asking this question for? You know, when I was a stand-up comedian, we would never answer this type of question, you know? So he would like use his personality and stuff to answer questions in the chat. I think that.
Well, no, we're going to have Einstein.
Yeah.
Einstein's going to manage the comments, the chat comments.
Oh my heck. That would be
that way when someone says something, we're like, what do you think? You're Einstein? No, because we have Einstein. Anyway. So there's that. Somebody had asked, earlier, Brandon, about 16 node license bundles. Isn't it the same as just getting 2 8s?
Yeah, it would just be easier to manage. You know
Yeah.
what I mean? But it is the same. I mean,
Just
if you
have the
go
codes
over
in out.
on, yeah, you go over on Node Market, you can get a 8 or you can get a 16. Yeah,
Oh, there is a
32.
16. He had said there wasn't a 16.
Oh, okay. Well, sometimes if they run out, like if we're waiting for master, sometimes they might run out and they'll be list. Like literally, I'm on this all the time, so like I'll
Yeah.
usually see it. Like if I'm asleep, like if it happens overnight and everybody buys all the 16s overnight, then we list as many as we can. But because of the bundles, we have to break down and stuff and have different anyway. But we have a lot. So yesterday the high gas was super high, so it took us forever to break down a master. Anyway.
There was another question, which was, has Hypercycle released a list of clients yet? No, and that's not a Hypercycle thing. Usually these clients that are onboarding with Hypercycle, many of them don't want other companies to know that they're leveraging a different company for their compute. Like all these companies that kind of claim to be AI are leveraging AI. They're leveraging generative AI. And they kind of don't want to outright admit that. So during a testing phase, they're not going to say anything. And then what they will do is at some point they'll do a big press release and be like, yeah, we run on these rails and da da da. But for right now, like almost everyone we've encountered, because I sit in on a lot of those meetings, I just kind of listen. They've all said, let's proceed under NDA. They always say it's to protect their algorithms. Like, well, we have a lot of proprietary. Yeah. But anyway, yeah, there's a quite a handful. So anyway,
Rudy, you can get the 16 right now. You don't have to wait. Like it's there. You
get
just
it,
go over here, you know, and
Rudy.
it's because I'm signed into that wallet. But you'd hit buy right here where it says edit for me. You hit buy. That's it.
Rudy.
That's it.
Oh,
Okay.
I'll let you know. Remember when I told you I got kicked out of the I told you yesterday, Brandon, they kicked me out of that room after I just annihilated everybody.
Yeah, population 1.
You guys
Yeah.
want to know what they claim? It wasn't the actual person that kicked me out, but other people in the room were like, "Oh, well, because you were spawn camping." Okay, listen.
Also, when people spawn, you were sitting there right there. Boom, booming. Boom, boom,
Well,
booming.
but here's the problem with that. They spawn everywhere on the map.
Mm,
There's no real man.
man.
Anyway, apparently it was so bad that they were all like brutalized by it. It was such a bad ass handing that there's still echoes. I talked to one of the guys in one of the lobbies and he was fidgeting. Now that could have been his server, but I think it was him.
What are you fidgety?
Anyway, I went back yesterday and I took about 2 hours to statistically hunt all those people down room by room and annihilate them again. And then at the end, every game when I finally beat those people up again, I would say easy lobby, and then I would just go to the next room. So I just did some hunting yesterday. I feel real good about myself.
Good.
Anyway, I know that you were on the edge of your seat, worried about how I was going to handle that.
Well, we were all actually talking about it in the back rooms. We're like, hey, what's Nick gonna do to get back in this? I mean,
I thought about changing my screen name to like either Nick Black Next, and I was like, no, wait, that would be a way to get some enemies like that would come hunt me down in real life.
They would come, yeah, they would actually come.
Although
over
good
here.
thing is it's all keyboard commandos that have never gotten up off the couch. They'd probably have to wade through nacho cheese Doritos just to get up to the front door.
I've experienced that.
Oh,
Neil. Yeah, we got this is fair. Good call, Nick.
Yeah.
All right, Nick, we got to take care of this. Oh, last thing before we go behind the wall, we have obviously the black rings. Dude, this thing fits perfectly, which is really weird. So it fits perfectly, but we also have the white rings. So if you had gotten a black ring previously, we're sending out we took all day yesterday. We used all our packing supplies to get all the white rings packaged for the same group that bought the black rings. And then today we're going to be getting all the new orders that got through the last couple days sent out. So we'll be getting them to you.
It's like a halo. Hold on.
Put the halo. Put it above on your head. Yeah. There you go. Perfect. Anyway, let's rock and roll. So if you're getting it, that's a double whammy then for NFTs now. TGE and rings. Let's go.
Oh yeah. Okay.
Behind the wall. Let's make it happen.
Well, we got to do our little thing. So hold on, I got to do this.
Yep.
I got to do this.
Yep.
Then we got to do our little thing, our little speech thing. We got to have our speech thing.
Because we got to talk about the markets.
Oh yeah.
Going behind the proverbial wall now to continue the broadcast privately for the digital investors and digital private clients. If you'd like to join us, simply go to nickblacknext.com and subscribe to one of our plans and immediately take advantage of our library of tools, tactics, and information. It's all designed to help you learn, grow, and manage your portfolio like a pro. Join us now.
See you later, Facebook. See you later, orange ball.